The energy transition industry is a broad subject in India. What would be the most effective and urgent priority in India to ensure that we move towards an energy secure future and towards cleaner energy?
So I think the scale of both the challenge and opportunity when you talk about energy transitions, whether you talk about that throughout society with power, with buildings, with industry, with transport, or you just look at it in industry, it's such a big challenge, it's such a big opportunity. You have to look at all the sectors. You have to look at all the sectors, you have to look at all the technologies, and there's really progress that can be had in all of those areas. So it's not to say you shouldn't prioritize and look at those sectors that have the biggest sustainability benefits, the biggest affordability benefits, but you really need to focus on all of them, and I think this conference has been great to really try to delve into some of those opportunities.
Fair enough. The second question is, given a developing country like India, which has to achieve large-scale transition, that also really quickly, what would be the best way to ensure there is enough financing available, given that we cannot depend on the government only for the required resources?
So I think both the challenges when you talk about energy transitions, but I think even more so the opportunities are that much bigger in a developing country context, and certainly India is a terrific case in point. The benefits to be had from some of the renewables technologies, efficiency technologies, is so immense. And I'm not only thinking of the CO2 benefits, the carbon reduction benefits, but benefits for other sustainability issues, air pollution, water pollution, etc. But also tools to do electricity access and energy access and affordability for the population. So I think there's a huge opportunity specifically in the Indian context, other developing countries as well. And I know for a fact a lot of other developing countries are looking at what's going on in India and seeing some of the successes that have been happening in India, whether it's efficiency or otherwise, and trying to replicate that. And then to answer your finance question, I think that's absolutely key. We need to have finance at the scale to move these transitions at the speed, at the scale that they need to. And that requires a lot of careful policy, a lot of thoughtful policy. It requires a lot of public-private partnerships. It requires looking to see what's worked in other countries and then exporting it and tailoring it to a particular country's context, to India's needs, exactly as you suggest. And the big thing we do at the IEA, being a global energy agency, is absolutely that, is look at what's going on in country X, Y, and Z, how can that be useful in another country's context, including on unlocking the finance that we need to unleash these. And from the IEA side, we've been very fortunate to have such a great partnership with India for years, and that's really intensifying recently over the last few years, which we feel terrific, our members feel terrific to have India around our, what we call our IEA family.
Thank you so much, sir.